Hello, Mr. Quick. How are you today?
I'm good, Miss Jessica. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. I appreciate you taking the time to come in and meet with me today.
Oh, likewise.
Before we get started in today's session, I would like to go over the counseling informed consent with you, a statement of confidentiality, and my role with you as a counselor.
Okay.
So first and foremost, we'll go over the counseling informed consent. It's basically you acknowledging that you consent to video and audio recordings being made of mock counseling sessions, and these recordings being used to aid in the growth in counseling knowledge and skills. It also acknowledges that you consent to the experts from these recordings or descriptions of them being used by the Grand Canyon University, faculty and staff for the purposes of supervision, research, and or teaching. It acknowledges that you understand that any part of a conversation that is recorded and or written down will be kept confidential. It acknowledges that you will not disclose any information that might identify you in the mock counseling session recording. The information given will be fictional and you will use an alias. It acknowledges that Zoom will be used to record counseling sessions and that Zoom meets the HIPAA and FERPA confidentiality standards. And lastly, it acknowledges that you understand if the recording of the mock counseling session activates any suicidal ideation or other potentially harmful thoughts, you will reach out to a professional in the area immediately. Neither Grand Canyon University, the college, nor the counseling student will be held accountable if you harm yourself. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, I would like to go over with you the statement of confidentiality. It states that all information that you share with me will be kept confidential between you and I. Information will only be released to anyone outside of this counseling center with your written permission. Information will also be released by legal expectations that include a reasonable suspicion that an elder or a child is being abused, suspicion that you will engage in dangerous contact, or a court order, or you are in danger to yourself or someone else. While I may consult with my supervisor, I am ethically and legally bound to treat this information confidential.
Hmm.
Moving forward, I would like to reassure you that I am here to have, and I have goals to assist you in improving quality of life with guidance, resolve negative patterns, and help you reach your own goals. Does this all sound good to you so far?
This sounds amazing.
All right. Starting off, I would like to start by asking you what brings you in today?
I am coming because I need your counseling
Okay.
for a particular subject in life.
All right. And what might that subject be?
I'm having trouble with starting what I want to do as a career, and I really don't know what to go forward with.
All right. That's a pretty normal situation for most people your age. Do you have any idea what you have interest in or what you would like to get into or your career path?
Well, one of my career paths, I would love to be a realtor, real
Okay.
estate agent, as well as a TV newscaster, if I could. But my only thing is, I'm a terrible test taker. Very terrible.
All right. And there's different ways that you can work around test taking. Most professors or anybody who is in charge will help you and make accommodations for some of those. There's also a lot of skills and different techniques that help you take tests, especially with time management and picking your best options. Realtors and news reporters are two completely different paths. So what makes you choose?
The realtor was mainly for the compensation and selling bigger things than I've been selling so far.
Okay.
And the newscaster was because I've always wanted to be on television. So I've always figured I could do it as a newscaster first and then work my way up to something else. But I certain things just along the way, like the tests and the ambition to do it somewhat,
Right.
and the concept as a whole. Like, is it really what I want to do, or am I sure about it?
That's understandable. So basically what you're saying is holding you back is the test that you'll have to take for both.
Hmm.
All right. Is that the only thing that's holding you back?
That, and am I really sure that I really want to do this, because the pros and the cons that come with both of them?
Well, how about this? Have you weighed those pros and cons out
Absolutely.
on a piece of paper? You should write down all the pros and all the cons of each thing and see which one best fits you.
I definitely can do that. That is a good idea. I should do.
All right. And also there's career identity tests, which are very, very
Oh,
helpful.
really?
Yes, so you can find them on the internet and they ask you questions about yourself and you can find what best fits you or what's best for you.
I
Like I
didn't know
said, those
that.
two are two completely different things, so you can find out which is best for you as well.
Oh, that is absolutely amazing. You really came in handy.
Great.
Um, well, since you said that, I do have one more that I want to go with.
Sure, what's the other thing?
The last thing is I want to be a lawyer,
Oh, that's cool.
but it goes along with the test taking thing. But since you said the career building thing, I never knew that they had that out there. So that is absolutely amazing that they have that. And I can definitely get you to send me the links to them. And that way you can show me the rest of the way.
It seems like you have great career choices, and I would definitely encourage you to go on and take those tests to see what best helps you. I
Mhm.
also encourage you to do some more research on all three options to really weigh out what you think would be best for you.
Okay.
Um, and also look at different techniques to help you with taking tests. What about taking tests scares you so much?
I think mainly it's the time part. Like I feel like I'll run out of time. But then there's also like the second guessing myself, which we all kind of do sometimes, but it's mainly when you need to go with your gut feeling.
Right.
But sometimes I feel like it's wrong, but it really be right. So I have a little trusting thing with that. But
That's understandable. How were you with tests previously, like in high school?
I was okay with them. I never ran out of time. I always finished way early, but I didn't rush. That was the big thing. But mainly the studying part.
So how did you mention it to your teachers, or have you ever mentioned it to your teachers that you had troubles with tests?
No,
No. Okay.
I
Well,
felt
like
like
I
that was like the extra step.
yes. Well, like I said, there's different ways that you can accommodate yourself and practice with time management as well.
Mhm.
There's a lot of practice tests that you're able to take following up to the big final test. As you've seen in high school, some places like pre-SATs or something like that. There's definitely pre-practice tests that will definitely help you in that situation.
Right.
Is there anything else?
Yes. I do have a very quick question about this one. I also had trouble studying,
Okay.
and I've had this struggle for a very long time with studying. That could be the main problem for my test taking situation.
Right.
But is there any, what is the best way to study?
Well, first, let me start by asking, what do you find hard with studying? Is it distraction? Is it like
Yes,
your notes? You don't are you taking great, like, is it the notes that you're taking? Are you getting distracted when you study?
the distraction mainly.
Distractions. Well, like there are definitely many techniques and ways that you can work on practice or studying as well, practicing your
Mhm.
studying. Such as there was if you study, you can study like ahead of time and also study 2 hours before your test. They said that that really helps. And like I said, there's skills that we can work on to help you with those. Um, Also your notes. Writing a lot of notes, you should really focus on the key things that you need to help study, because trying to focus or trying to remember everything is so hard.
Yeah.
So there's really key points that can help you, keywords that can help you with your studying.
Okay.
So our time is actually running out soon, but I would like to continue these sessions with you at later dates if you feel like this session was beneficial to you. As
Oh,
I said, we
absolutely.
can go over, excuse me, we can look into your different career paths and help you find ways of studying and time management skills and different techniques that you can use if that is what you're interested in.
Absolutely. Most
All right,
definitely.
that sounds great. Well, I really appreciate you coming in today. It
Thank you
was
so
really a
much.
joy to have you. It was great talking with you, and I look
Thank
forward to
you.
working
Thank
with you
you.
in the future.
Thank you so much for having me. I greatly appreciate it, Miss Thomas.
All right,
Have a good
and
night.
you too.